Hello. This is the second stream I've done in 2 days. That's something. Maybe. Good news! That SD card reader that I was talking about that I said it was going to come in next week came in today. So I went ahead and put Windows on the SD card, and we're going to boot up the Wii for just a moment before we start with the main attraction. So if you didn't see yesterday's stream, I played a whole bunch of homebrew games on the Wii and found out about one called Windows, which is apparently something like Windows for the Wii, hence the name Windows. It's a fantastic name, by the way. ClipArtBot is not loading. ClipArtBot is now loading. Huzzah! We have sound. No. Let me fix that. Fixed. Here we go. Alrighty. So ideally, I already put Windows on the SD card, so it should be ready to go. The only thing is I need to plug back in the thing. The thing being the sensor bar, because the cable has to go all the way across my room, and I unplugged it because I didn't want to trip on it. And also, it's usually plugged into my Wii U, not my original Wii. So let's go to the Homebrew channel, which has very good music in the Wii menu. I like it. Somewhere here we should have Windows. There it is. A soon-to-be full-fledged system menu replacement with the ability to boot games, doll/elves. I love to be able to boot my elves. Santa Claus would love this. I can view pictures, play music, create and remove directories. Oh man, isn't that exciting? And basic word processing. Are you ready to process these basic words? Look at this operating system. I mean, this is quality right here. I can press the A button and my controller vibrates. So I can delete titles, iOS's, etc. Oh man, I can't wait to finally delete iOS 7 on my iPad. That sounds scary though. Let me go to B, to the browser. What? Oh, an exception occurred, I think. I can't read it. I need to disable interlacing. No, the font just looks like this. Apparently, changing de-interlacing does not make the font look any better. So yeah, it died, I think. Wow, I pressed 2 buttons and it crashed. Like, surely that came up during testing, right? Let's reload. I guess I'm going to press the 2 button now. Let's see what happens there. This is apparently release candidate 2. Let's delete titles. Identifying as SU error. Yes, identify. Returned the code 1017. So both options immediately crash. Great. Okay, one more time. One more try. Okay, it's gonna work this time. I will channel my thought processes to the Wii, make them work. Make them make Windows work because the name is too good. Ah yeah, this seems very stable so far. I was pressing the A button here. If I press a different button, I wonder if something different will happen. No. Home. Home makes the controller vibrate, and going back to the homebrew channel. Alright, doesn't work. That is Windows, everybody. I'm glad I took the time out of my day to put that on this SD card. That was clearly not a waste of time at all. Goodbye, Wii. Until the next time I turn you on, which might be a long time from now. Considering I usually use my Wii U these days. I'm going to unplug the sensor bar as well so I don't forget and then trip on it while going to bed, because that would not be fun. Or maybe it would be if you were watching, but I don't have a webcam, so you wouldn't be able to see that happen. So, now I have to set up my Xbox, and you'll be pleased to know that I did absolutely no setup whatsoever for this, so I don't even have the AV cables plugged in properly, I don't think. It means I might have to move stuff around because I don't think they're long enough to get to the Xbox from my computer. So, hold on a minute. Enjoy this hold on screen. I'll continue to talk. Maybe you can spam ClipArtBot a bit, because it hasn't had much love recently. All the love's gone to ButtSpot because it's newer and better, honestly. But I need to work on a ClipArtBot update eventually. The sounds of moving cords. Yeah, indeed, my AV cables are not even plugged in. But is there anything plugged in? Power cables plugged in, AV cables are not. Alrighty. We're going to use component here instead of the AV cables I used for the Wii, which means this might be a bit of a strange setup. Also sounds like I knocked some cable down, which is good. Let's see, is the Xbox plugged in? I don't think so. So if I pull on power cable eventually, it should pop out here, I would think. Maybe. Is that the cable? It's not the cable, I don't think. Well, let me unplug it from the Xbox, and then maybe that will help me be able to pull it out. There we go. Indeed, it was not plugged in, and I don't think it would reach. Isn't this the most exciting stream you've ever watched on Twitch TV? I might as well move it a bit closer, I guess. But unplug something. Let's unplug the Wii. I think that was the Wii. Was that the Wii? That was not the Wii. That was my Mac. That's okay. Now I'll unplug the Wii. And now I'll plug in the Xbox, except I won't because it's still not long enough. Now it is. There we go. We are plugged in. We have Xbox connected to power. And now we have to have the AV cable connected to the Xbox. Wait for it. Wait for it. We have an audiovisual cable connection. That is not even AV. It is actually component cables that go into a VGA adapter, which goes into the capture card, the internal capture card on my computer. Whereas I was using the external one I have for AV stuff. So I have to remember how to do this. I think that's where it goes in. I'm going to be lazy and not properly tighten the VGA cables. Alrighty. We should be fully connected here. So I'm just just move this slightly so it's slightly more convenient for me. Got the good old original Xbox controller here with the black and white buttons. Remember those? Probably not if you ever used an original Xbox, because it's the only controller that ever had those. But anyhow, I think we're ready to start this up. If I press the power button, it should turn on. It does turn on. You're not going to see anything at the moment. So let's go back to the main screen, and with a bit of magic, oh, look at that. It immediately sees the Xbox. Also a somewhat wonky resolution, but we'll deal with that. Let's see here. We do some cropping. There we go. Oh, that is not the correct resolution at all. Hold on. Get me that aspect ratio modification. There we go. This looks pretty good. I didn't plug in sound. Let me do that so you can hear stuff. I think this is when this begins to be really tricky. This would be a microphone input, right? So I plug it into here. We might have sound, I don't know. Xbox supports widescreen. The original one does. This is line in. Oh yeah, there we go. That's kind of loud. But it works. We need to enter, of course, the exact time. It's incredibly important. 9:21 p.m. on August 3rd. Oh, it's 9:22 now. I'll have to fix that. 2016. Alrighty. So this is the original Xbox menu. It's the menu of the original Xbox. Now comes the fun part, where you get to read up a tutorial on how to soft mod an Xbox. I saw a WikiHow article on this earlier. How to mod an Xbox. 12 steps. Do I trust this WikiHow page, whose first step is to download MIRC? Like, this does not seem like the first step to soft modding an Xbox. I don't know why I need... And now I need FileZilla, and now you need Emu Paradise, and now you need Splinter Cell. I do have that. And here's how to mod an Xbox 360. Great. I don't want that. Let me just go with whatever this one is. I read this one before. Is this the one? This is the one I was looking at. Alrighty. So, I need, first of all, take my trusty Kingston 2 GB Data Traveler USB stick, because apparently this is one of the ones that works. I was looking at this tutorial earlier, and it has a surprisingly in-depth list of compatible USB sticks. Yeah, here. Like, that's kind of unnecessarily long. And it's like some of these have, you know, like weird things about them. Like this one must be plugged in before powering on the Xbox. I don't know how they figured that out. Whatever. I wonder if this guy just had 100 Xboxes and soft modded all of them, each with a different USB stick, to see what would happen. Alrighty. So we need that thing, which I already downloaded. That's great. Also, how much space do I have on this? How can I see that? 352 kilobytes free of 1.86 gigabytes. I think it's time to delete this stuff. Do I have this stuff all backed up? I genuinely don't remember, so I'm going to re-back it up. Copy. Stuff. USB. Extend to GD. Yes, it matters that it organizes perfectly. And paste. This could take some time, I would imagine. $3 it's not too bad. Considering this is an old USB 2 stick. Yeah, I know. How dare I be organized, Link. It's terrible. Oh, I did something. What am I doing? I'm just moving it around. That's what I'm doing. It's been so long since I've used an original Xbox, I've forgotten what these things sound like. You can look at the stuff on my hard drive. Look at all the games I have. Amps. Amps 2. Apex. These are all saves from like when I was 6 years old or 8 years old or whatever. Some of these aren't, because this is actually the second Xbox I own. First one, the disc reader laser thing was giving out. So half the time you played a game, it would say the classic, "There is a problem with the disc you're using. It may be dirty or damaged error." Because for some reason, it's like a requirement that every Xbox game must say that if there's a problem with the disc, a discrete error. So you'd see that in like written all these different ways. It's kind of cool, honestly. And for some reason, like Halo will actually load backwards. Which is so weird. Like if Halo were like, when you start the level in Halo, there's like this glowing vertical bar that moves from the left side of the screen to the right side of the screen. If it starts having trouble reading to the disc, it will start moving back to the left, and if it reaches the left side of the screen, it will say you have a discrete error. Which is really kind of strange. Half-Life 2 is not one of the games that I own, because some of these games were from the previous owner of this Xbox, because I bought this one secondhand at Goodwill a few years ago. So I didn't have this game, but I did copy over most of my save games from my old Xbox to this one because I could. A few couldn't make it because they were too big, they wouldn't fit on a memory card. I had to like take 20 different sets of these things, and, like put them on the memory card and then put them in the other Xbox and copy them over to there and then go back to the first one. I was like copying files over and over. Also, my first Xbox started to sound like it was going to explode whenever you turned it on, so this one doesn't. I despair. For some reason, you can't see my profile pic. I cannot see my profile pic either. I was setting it for this stream, and I noticed like that's a bit weird that my profile pic isn't there, and I don't know why that is. I'm assuming it's on Twitch's end, because I didn't do anything to change it. Does any other stream use Buttspot? At least 50 streams currently use Buttspot. I have a list of all of them, and it's like over 50, which is kind of ridiculous. And it's like some people who are actually popular streamers are using it, like Tudos, who has like 12,000 followers on Twitch, is using it. There's some other people too, I can't remember right offhand. Here's Jet Set Radio Future, great game. Pants. Yes, I do believe he has Butt Spot. Yeah, Jet Set Radio Future is a great game. Maybe I'll stream that one day because it's pretty fun. I've actually never beaten it though. Mech Assault. Midtown Madness 3. That's a great game. One of the games that I want to get the DLC for, because Xbox was the first console to have DLC, believe it or not. But you can't download any of it anymore because Xbox Live does not exist for the original Xbox. And that's kind of the main reason I want to soft mod the Xbox so I can get the DLC for these old games. Specifically Midtown Madness 3, Project Gotham Racing 2, and Rally Sport Challenge 2. Which I'll probably play each of them for a total of like 5 minutes each, and then that'll be it. Oh yeah, I guess you're right, the Dreamcast did have downloadable content. But the Xbox had paid downloadable content, so I'll say it's the first console with paid downloadable content. Project Gotham Racing 1 and 2. Pulse Racer. I got rid of this game because it's terrible. In fact, this is the only game that got like a 1 out of 10 rating from official Xbox magazine. I remember when I was like 10 and I got one of the magazines and it would list all the reviews they ever gave, and this was the worst one. It was like, wow, I want to play that game to see how bad it is. And then I played it and it was kind of bad. USB drive is probably finished backing up, but let's look at these games that some of them I have, some of them I don't. And then the Xbox Live Arcade. Believe it or not, there was the Xbox Live Arcade on the original Xbox. Had 27 games for it, and you had to get a separate disc to play the Xbox Live Arcade games. You could either order one from Microsoft or some official Xbox magazine's demo discs would have versions of the Xbox Live Arcade. That's how I played the demos. I never had Xbox Live at the time when the original Xbox was out, so I never actually bought any of them. Used to play Counter-Strike on your Xbox like a savage. I forgot that Counter-Strike came out on the original Xbox until like yesterday when I saw it at a store. It's going to be such a mess if they ever kill the PS3, 360, Wii stores. It will be. You know, they will kill them eventually, I would say. It'll probably still be several years before they do, but it will happen eventually. The Wii store will probably go first. And then PS3, 360 might go around the same time, I would say. They are killing off 360 indie games. At September 15th, I think you cannot submit any more games to be on the store. And then September 15th of next year, 2017, you can no longer download any new indie games. So probably around that time, I'll be doing a farewell to indie games stream or two. So look forward to that. Set your calendars for a year and a bit from now. Alrighty, so I'm sure this thing is finished copying now. Indeed it has. So rip everything on this drive. Now we get to wait another however many minutes. 1 minute and 45 seconds to actually delete everything. Setting your calendars for a big booey Minecraft clone dating sim stream marathon. It's exactly what you should do. Dreamcast had mouse and keyboard support, and with mods you can use the mouse and keyboard on original Xbox. Knew about the Dreamcast. The Dreamcast had like an official mouse and keyboard that you could buy, and it was for playing Unreal Tournament and Quake 3 Arena, which are both cool games. I always personally liked Unreal Tournament better, but they're both great. Never had the Dreamcast versions though, because the PC versions are better. In fact, the Dreamcast was kind of before my time in general, but I bought one secondhand once. Has anyone ever seen the Xbox hard disk drive say less than 50,000 blocks? I have never, ever seen that. And like, I always thought you know, when I was putting things on the Xbox, because I had a lot of games for the Xbox growing up, you know, I was going through the list of them, you know. Most of those, I'd say about 75% of them were like games I had when I was a kid. And I always thought that eventually I was going to install something or save a replay or something, and it would finally go below 50,000 blocks, but it never happened. Never happened. And it's like sometimes I would save so many things, like you can, like, if I go to NFL Fever 2004, which was the Microsoft football game. I don't have to save here because they wouldn't fit in the memory card. But you could like save a team or save a season and it would be like 3,000 blocks or something. And I thought if I had a bunch of those that it would, of course, take this under 50,000. But nope, never happened. I agree. I think the hard disk is infinite. I mean, 8 gigabytes probably felt like a very large amount of space back in 2001. So I believe these drives are 8 gigabytes. Was NFL Fever 2004 any good? I really liked it. Although I never played Madden at the time to compare it to, or NFL 2K4, I think, was still around back then. But I really enjoyed NFL Fever 04. I thought it was great. And then they never made any more, which kind of saddened me. Although they couldn't have made more than like one after that, because then EA said, nope, we have the rights to all football. You can't make any more football. But they didn't make any sports games at all after 2004, which is a shame. In fact, I was at a secondhand bookstore the other day and I bought Top Spin, which was one of those XSN sports games. Eventually, I'm going to have all of those. I have 6 of them. 6 out of 7. And like I've been getting one every like 2 years or something. The only one I don't have is the NBA one, which I actually wanted as a kid. I told my dad one day, like 10, probably 12 years ago now, hey Dad, I want NFL, NBA, was it Inside Drive, I think, 2004? So he went and bought me NBA Live 2004 instead, and I was kind of sad about that. But I played it and liked it. But eventually I'm going to get NBA Inside Drive 2004, and then I'm going to stream all the XSN games on one stream, and it's going to be glorious. It was a neat idea. It was just a bit ahead of its time, I think, and then they killed it for like after a year and like 6 months of games. Stream has been going on for 33 minutes according to Chatty. I have not really begun the softmodding process yet. I've finished the memory card preparing process. So now I get to take a look at that guide. Alrighty. So I have my cable. Comes in a Ziploc bag for some reason. No idea if this actually works, but we will assume that it does for the purposes of this stream, because it would be sad if it didn't. Alrighty. Oh wait, I have not prepared the memory card because I need to put a thing on it. No point in putting a blank memory card in the Xbox, or do I need to, maybe, for it to format it properly. Might help if we actually read the instructions. So what do I need? Softmodding Xbox. So I have this cord. I'm using the splinter cell method of modding the Xbox smoothing. Gotta copy the game and I'm gonna do the thing with it. So I have this cord here. It's an Xbox cord on one end and a USB female on the other end. Which actually, it's a pretty easy cord to make because the Xbox controller connectors are actually just modified USB. It's like USB but shaped differently, I think. Hey Smiling Sphere, how are you doing? Alrighty, so... Oh wait, hold on. Oh yes, I was showing you that. Okay. No! Everything went away. That's bad. Now everything's back. That's good. Alrighty. So, Xbox. Download. Okay, so yes, indeed, you actually do have to plug in the USB drive with nothing on it so it can format it. That makes sense. Alrighty, so unplug it from computer, plug it into the thing, and then plug that into the Xbox. That's now plugged in. We should go to memory and it should appear. It does not appear. That's a good start. I haven't missed too much, Sphere. I haven't really started. Well, that's not good. We're off to a not great start here. Well, it's not good that it doesn't work. Try it again. Oh, there it goes. Alright. Memory unit 2A. Searching for saved games and accounts. Alrighty. Message will come up that says the USB stick is formatted, or it will simply be formatted without the message. Okay, it was formatted without the message. So, it has been automatically formatted. We can now remove it. And then we can put it back into the computer. It says, please insert a disk into H. Cancel that. It's been formatted, so it's going to be wonky. I need to format it before I can use it. If a prompt comes up to format the USB, do not do it. Okay. So we can't access it this way at the moment. I gotta use the Softmod installer. Alrighty. So let's do that. Get rid of that. Saved somewhere on this mess of a desktop. Probably, there it is. Softmod Xbox.rar. And inside the RAR is two RARs. RAR-tastic. I want this one. Let me just drag the file there. And let me go ahead and drag Explore as well, because I'll need that. I did format on the Xbox. It formatted automatically. Alrighty, so I need to see this. Alrighty, so there's a tons of zip stuff and whatever here. Open up the Softmodding installer RAR, so this one. And also we'll need Splinter Cell NTSC. So I need to... How does this work? So I need to drag these to my desktop, I guess. I need the UData folders, apparently. And then Splinter Cell. This is also UData. Oh, I see. So, files, you do want to merge the files. And then you have two folders within the folder. And then we can open up Explorer 360. MSVCR71.dll is missing. That's a familiar sounding DLL file. I should have that somewhere. MSVCR. Oops. VCR71.dll. I have a bunch of copies of it. So I'm just gonna copy it onto the desktop for now. There we go. Drive, open, hard drive or mem card. Did it happen? Already, I guess it did. I guess it's finding the memory card with the right format. So click on partition 0 and drag the 2 folders from the UData folder, like so. Something's happening. I can't actually move this. Alrighty, one's been copied. I'm assuming the second one's going to be copied now. The excitement. So how's everyone's day been today? Hope it's been pretty good. Mine was alright. How does one fix a bad sleep situation? It depends on what your sleep situation is like. If you're getting up, if you're staying up really late and getting up really late, I don't know how to fix that because that happens to me sometimes. I remember the first time I discovered monotone Tim streams, my sleep schedule literally reversed. Like it was getting up at 6 p.m., going to sleep at 8 a.m. By the way, I cannot move this folder. Oh, there we go. It's injecting. Cannot move the window, rather. Sometimes I call things that they are not. Aw, oh, man, Trebuchet 10. Inject that font. But yeah, in terms of like not sleeping enough, I have never had that problem. I've always been a deep sleeper and I've always been able to get a lot of sleep. So I've never needed to take sleeping pills or anything like that. Alrighty, so we have the files on here. We are now done with the computer. Alrighty, thank you. So we're done with the drive. I move this back over, and now you can see the Xbox again. Or you will be able to once I move the controller. There you go. Alrighty. Now we get to put the USB drive back into the Xbox. Oh man, look at that. We have some files on here. Alrighty. Alrighty, so we get to copy copy over to the hard disk. Now we get to copy Splinter Cell NTSC. Am I going to install Unleash X? I don't know anything that I'm going to do after I do the soft mod beyond mess around with DLC and the Xbox Live Arcade some. But in terms of stuff I'm going to install on the Xbox, I don't know. Maybe I'll mess around with homebrew games, because I checked earlier and there actually are a fair amount of homebrew games for the Xbox. So that might be a neat stream like the homebrew Wii stream. Alrighty, so I can now unplug the USB and cable. Which I have done. Huzzah! Alrighty. Now it is time to splinter some cells. Hopefully the game works. It would be bad if it didn't. This looks alright. Give it a go. If I like arcade games, then definitely check out the emulators. Alright, I will. Apparently emulators are really good on the Xbox. Can I run Dolphin on the Xbox? You think I could run a 360 emulator on the Xbox? You know, I'm slightly curious now. Could you actually run a 360 emulator on an original Xbox and get it to run at least 1 frame per second? You can only run Xbox One games on the Xbox. Ah, you're right. Genius. So yeah, Splinter Cell. Never played this game, and probably never will after tonight. So let's see. There is something to do here, but the guide doesn't explain what you do here. Spoiler, no. Spoiler doesn't help. And load the save. Okay, I just have to load the save game, I guess. Settings. No. Oh, no, it's saved. Did it save on top of my thing? I guess I have to start the game. Linux, okay. Checkpoints. There we go. I think it's working. There we go. We did it. Alrighty. Follow along with what options to select. When things are loading, just let them load. Some things may take a few seconds or a minute or two. Please be patient. Once each step is completed, loading, move to the next step. So, alrighty. Also, my Xbox's power ring is orange now, which is slightly scary because normally that means it's dying, but it doesn't right now. So let's see. Select backup, restore features. Select backup EEPROM. That doesn't exist. Backup. I guess create EEPROM backup. That makes sense. So we're going to do that. Alrighty. Back it up. Backing up. We're backing up, backing up, backing up, backing up. Alrighty, so I guess it's backed up now. Back to main menu. Go back to here. Create MS backup. This will back up your C drive. Okay. Ooh. Alrighty. It says let it load and finish. That is that's an idea. I mean, the concept of letting something finish, that is radical. I mean, wow. I've never thought of that before in my life. Whoever came up with that idea is an absolute genius. The guy who wrote this Softmod guide should become the next president of the United States, because I'm sure he could do a better job than Donald Trump could. Finished. Okay. So that's done. Create C drive backup. Alrighty. Should take about the same time as the other backup. It is indeed orange because it's modded. It said, the guide says, screen will flicker, your Xbox LEDs will cycle between green, orange, and red, and the soft mod install menu will come up. It's not actually cycling, it's just solid orange right now. But maybe it cycled through them when I actually loaded the thing. I wasn't looking. So I have to look behind me to see the Xbox. Okay. Press B to go back to the menu. Select install single boot soft mod. Wait. I want to do a dual boot, right? Or I would like to, I think. Or do I care? If I install a single boot soft mod, can I go back to the original Xbox dashboard? Is that a thing that is possible to do? I would assume so, but apparently no, you need to use dual boot for that. Alrighty. I'm gonna do dual boot then. Hack dash / ms dash. I guess virtual for which one of these do I want? I want to be able to pretend that this Xbox isn't soft modded sometimes. Like, I know dual boot works by you press the disk button, it'll go to one, you press the power button, it goes to the other, but question is, do I want the EEPROM, the EEPROM for HD, or the EEPROM for RGB? I'm guessing that has to do with how you're connecting the Xbox, like AV or component, or widescreen or whatnot, but I don't know for sure. When in doubt, I can just Google it. Xbox soft mod virtual C plus EEPROM for HD. Question regarding settings and EEPROM. Has to do with my video settings. So does that mean you can only use some video settings? You go to the top menu if I'm using AV cables. I am using component cables, which I guess would be RGB. So then HD might be VGA. Or does the Xbox even support VGA? Definitely doesn't support HDMI. I'm using components, so I guess RGB. And I've been told that Unleash X is the better dashboard. This will format. Okay. Alrighty. Press A, check. I believe so. Yes. So we're now copying the modded dashboard. This is slightly scary. So does this mean now that I can never use my Xbox with AV cables? Do I have to use component cables from now on? Oh, it's making noises. See, the guide said to use the single boot soft mod, and I went with the dual boot soft mod. So I've gone astray from the guide here. I'm on my own. I am walking on water. You never had component cables for Xbox, so you don't know. Well, that's fantastic. Nobody knows what I've just done. Guess we'll find out together then. Just copying a lot of stuff. First part of the soft mod has been completed. You must shut down your Xbox. Remove any DVDs and restart to complete the installation. Do I wish to shut down now? Well, I have to remove the disk first. And it put the disk back in. Great. No, don't do that. Like, literally, it sucked the disk back in. I pressed the button to eject the disk. This tray came halfway out, and then it stopped, and then it went back in. And now it's loading the game. Okay. Actually, can you remove the disk fully this time? You can, thank you. Curious what menus it puts me back to the original dashboard. Interesting. Okay. So we're shutting it off, then we're going to shut it back on. And there's actually a 50% chance of booting into the mod, because I don't know which button does which. I'm going to press the disk button. If I know what that does. I'm going to close the tray. Can't believe the Xbox said, no, I want this disc. Alrighty. Final part of the soft mod is being installed. Hopefully booting back into the dashboard didn't screw everything up. And that's probably the only time in my life I'll ever play Splinter Cell. It was a great game. I really enjoyed my time with it. This is a great screen, by the way. It really instills me with confidence. You know, the fact that it's all just solid green. Like, the green is bleeding into the logo on the top. Nothing's happening. There's no visual effects here. You know, quality. That's what this stream is all about. It's about quality. Quality things. There we go. Now we have some moving stuff. It's like that DVD thing. Are we going to get the SID 5.11 final thing to bounce into the corner of the screen? Nope, it just goes through the bottom. Does not bounce. Oh, it's back. I mean, I know it's green because Xbox, but couldn't they have at least made the logo not green? There we go. Now it's bouncing. Reminds me of the VHS font. Looks kind of similar. Although I think it is actually... oh, now it is just plain old solid green. Logo's gone. Text is gone. Only thing that's happening is the SID 5.11 final logo. It's literally a DVD player at this point that has been idling for several minutes. Place your bets on whether this is going to finish first or if the thing's going to hit the center. Oh, it's fading away, guys. It's still there, though. It's just green. It's almost as green as the background, but not quite. Not quite. You still know it exists. Or are you just imagining its existence? Except it actually exists. And my god, is my monitor dirty. There's like 20 black spots on it. Or not really black, but spots where it's dirty. I should clean it one day. You're buffering, that's fantastic. Except, not really.
B.
Hooray for sound effects. So I'm assuming this is doing things. I do not want to turn it off because that might literally brick my Xbox. Can I move the analog stick? I can. It did that. We're back to where we were before. Says my Xbox will restart once it installs, so better. I'm gonna assume it's gonna restart automatically, because I think it will. And then it'll be ready to go. So yeah, I think it was just going to sleep there, but it was kind of cool. Sounds like a good time for a random MIDI. Then I can comment on the quality of said MIDI. K3_12.mid. Up. 5.1 on final again, okay. I think this is from a game. This is copyright 2001 by Halkin. Kirby, maybe? I don't know what the game this is from. Your ex always wanted to mod your Android phone, but you never let him. I never did that on my Android phone. Never rooted my phone. I jailbroke my iPod Touch many years ago, and my iPad, which is currently jailbroken. Even though I don't really use any of the jailbreak features for it, but haven't been bothered to unjailbreak it, because there's no real point in doing that. So it does kind of have problems where after you run a few applications, they'll just stop loading until you kill the others. The stream black screened and went back, and you thought it got terms of service. I've actually been slightly worried. You're sorry, but if the colors are messed up, I might have to reinstall the mod. You're saying it didn't work properly. Well, that's great. But yeah, about the terms of service thing, I've actually been slightly worried that that was going to happen by the stream. So I don't know what Twitch's rules are in terms of stuff like this. The way you say, "I'm so sorry, man," makes me slightly scared that this thing is bricked. Let me actually do some Googling on this. Don't be scared. Okay. I won't be scared if you don't say so. Wait, I won't be scared if you do say so. Not don't say so. It's more like the thing is not outputting properly. Alrighty. So I guess I can turn it off and it's not going to brick. Is that what you guys are saying? Xbox Softmod green screen. Opponent green screen rose. You don't know. Well, that fills me with confidence that you don't know if my thing's going to be bricked. Forrester says you would wait personally. Okay. So you think it's still doing stuff. It's just maybe RGB was the wrong choice. Butt spot never had a modded butt before. Now you know. Press A. Oh! It's copying stuff. I didn't know I had to press A. Nowhere did it say press A to install. I just assumed that it was installing in the background and wasn't displaying anything. Okay, at least we're not bricked. I think it's just RGB was the wrong choice. I should have gone with the regular one. So I guess my Xbox is going to be permanently green until I re-soft mod it. We'll find out. Yeah, that is green. That's also the wrong aspect ratio. Wait, how does it know my nickname is Tin and Steelian? I did not tell it that. Did it take it from my PC name? That's the only thing I can think of. So I don't think you have names on the original Xbox. Alrighty. System. Boot soft mod menu. I'm gonna boot the soft mod menu. We're gonna see what happens here. Yep, that's green. Alrighty. So, try settings. That's a good idea. Settings. I like this Windows XP stuff here. Screen calibration. I can't read that. I don't think that has colors, it's just orientation and stuff. Gamepad/IR shortcut. Live update. What's this? Ah, video settings. Nice. Hidden on the very bottom. Enable 420. 420. What am I saying? Enable 480. 420 is something entirely different. Faster refresh rate. Color. 16-bit. That did nothing. Soften. No. Yes. Filter level. 2. Video standard. 1M. Format. Widescreen. I can change the aspect ratio. I don't think that'll fix anything though. Give it a try. Oh, I need to restart for them to take effect. Okay. I'll do that then. Let's restart the Xbox. We are still green. We still have the wrong aspect ratio. Oh, now it's all blue. It's interesting. Format, widescreen. Selected setting is working properly. I think it said, those colors are horrible. I'm aware. I'm trying to fix them. Okay. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna I can close the DVD tray, but it's already closed. Oh, skins. Currently we're green reloaded. If I pick a different skin, will that change stuff? No blue shapes is now green. It's making a weird sound. Oh, that's interesting. Go back to green reloaded, please. No, that's not good either. Go back to default, please. I think I've got to reinstall the mod, yes. Try to go to boot mod menu, okay. Boot soft mod menu. We'll load that up. So if I, reinstall. Can I, is there a reinstall option, or is it just install it again? I think it's just install it again. Dual boot mod with the MS dash, and here we're gonna go with the standard one. No HD, no RGB. Install Unleash X. Yes. Checking. Checking. All requirements passed. Continue install. All right. Attempt 2. You know, I like the green aesthetic of the Xbox, but I gotta be honest, this was a bit too much green. So hopefully, we'll get a bit less green now. Yeah, I don't want all the colors to be wrong. That would be not good. You know, you can't enjoy the games if they're all in green. I don't know. Maybe the games would be green as well. Maybe I should have actually tried it and find out, but too late now. That's some brilliant aesthetic, Link. It took way too long to find that. Alrighty. I have nothing in there. Restart. Oh, I think it just shut it down. My bad. I have to restart it manually. Good old Xbox loading sound effect. Kinda scary. Gonna be honest. Oh, it's still green. What does this mean? Does this mean I've permanently greenified my Xbox? Otherwise, so this might be good, actually, then, is what you're saying? Because the intro would have been horribly green if this didn't work. Well, we'll see. That is still green. That is still green, guys. Attempt 3 will be HD, but you don't know. Maybe. Try going to system. And... Alrighty. Disabling 480p. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Let's make it as simple as possible here. No, no, and no. Actually, test them without saving. I don't think that worked. Oh, yes, it did. It is working properly. Alrighty. Save. You need to restart for the settings to take effect. Alrighty. Let's do that. Restart Xbox. Still going to be green. I would agree. It is indeed. But at least we have the right aspect ratio now. That's something. The X is the right size. Can load up all my emulators that I don't actually have. All my applications. I have a text editor. I needed this. This is the Xbox homebrew experience right here. Vaporwave colors included. How do I get out of this? Back. Do I want to save the changes? You know, believe it or not, I don't really care about this document. Try going to the MS dashboard. That's a good idea. Loading. Now I can do my homework on the Xbox, indeed. Yeah, this is also green. Greener than usual. So that's something. Can I play a game and have the game be green? This calls for an experiment. It's a good game. I know a game. I'm going to let you guess as to what the game is. You'll probably be wrong because there are a lot of games on the Xbox. But give you a hint, it's a game that didn't come out on the Xbox originally. Yeah, that's green. I bet the game... Oh, that was loud. Sega is orange. Yeah, this is all wrong. Loading. Loading successful. So yeah, it's just put a green tinge on everything. What if... I'm gonna do some messing around with some component cables here. That was a mistake. That killed it completely. If I remove the red, do we lose red? Yes. Now it's just blue and green. I don't think that really helps at all. That was completely pointless. But now I can play Sonic 2 with a green tint, which was never before possible. Does this count as a Sonic recolor? Indeed it does. Yeah, that Sonic is my original character, Do Not Steal. Alright, there's significant lag here with the capture card, so don't expect me to play well. Or long, for that matter. So I kind of want to get rid of the green. If I get rid of green, the thing about component cables is that green sends like the main signal. So if you get rid of green, it will not display anything. But you can get rid of red and blue, and it'll still display. Fun fact. You know, if this Xbox was interested in politics, I imagine it would be a member of the Green Party. Link has provided a link. Green tint. When I have the HD component cable hooked up, the Xbox splash screen looks normal. However, when the XBMC shows up, the screen has the bad green tint to it. Works fine with the SD cable. Can't get it to change over to 720 or 1080. If so, upgrade your soft mod. Use my extras disc. Burn the disc. Load the do I have to actually make a physical disc and put it in the Xbox to fix this? Disable VGA in X3CL. There's like a million different solutions and none of them sound easy. I am not hard modded. NK Patcher can output sync on green VGA. If the image in post 1 has the green tint, it's not sync on green. If that makes the screen almost lime green, you lose all color bars as smooth and green. You lose all colors bars, some pinks and green. And also blue, I still have blue for Sonic. Files are still updated in 2016. 2016! Xbox Softmodding Tool 2016. Somebody still cares about this. Guess I'm on the Green Hill Zone. I don't want to do this, but I think I have to do this. There's quick upgrade. .zip, readme.txt. I want the readme. Okay, I'm just gonna download the whole thing, I guess. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Get the quick upgrade and load it from the flash drive. If I can use the quick upgrade. Need to read the README. This is the quick upgrade option. You must know how to FTP. I don't know how to FTP, so I guess we're not doing the quick upgrade. 2016 Softmodding tool.zip 5 items. You can tell me how to FTP. I'll need to figure out how to FTP because I think one of the DLC things I want to install only works via FTP from what I was reading about. FTPing on an original Xbox is going to be a pain in the star. Alright. By FTP, they mean getting the files on the Xbox which you can with the flash drive. Oh, okay. So... does that mean I can use the quick upgrade on the flash drive? Let me actually read what it said. Where the things save. There it is. Okay, let me actually read the README. Just copy it on the Xbox and run it. Okay. Sure. Prep. Just take the quick upgrade file. Alright. Come here, you memory USB drive. Guess I'll let you see this glorious movement of this folder. We need to explore, open, hard drive, or mem card. Boop. Injecting folder. Don't just copy it, you inject it. I still don't like how the LED light on the Xbox is orange. I want to change that back to green because orange scares me, makes me think it's broken. And I'm actually always kind of slightly scared whenever I turn on my 360 in case it red rings. But I'm slightly weird about stuff like that. I can make it red if I want. I want to make it green because red will still make me think it's broken. My 360 red ringed multiple times. So I got multiple different ones that both red ringed. I got one extra one for free, but then it worked for too long, so I had to buy another one. So I bought two 360s. Because I've had 3. And if my current one dies, I am not getting another one probably. I'll just take all my 360 games to GameStop and get a cumulative total of like $2.25 or something. I can make it flash between green and orange. I think I'll stick with solid green. The normal look. XChat is flashing and it's bothering you. I'll fix that for you. Now if anyone says 10, it's gonna start flashing again. So, you know, don't say 10 if you don't want to see that thing to flash. You're welcome. Oh, you did it, Link. Now I have to press it again. Wait. Oh, it finished injecting. Okay. Nice. The injection has finished. Okay. Remove game. Remove disk. Why is the game still running after I removed the disk? Is that a soft mod thing? Or the game keeps going? I mean, I guess this probably the ROM has been loaded into RAM, so you could probably play the whole game without the disk inside there. I mean, it's just normally on the Xbox, whenever you remove the disc, you know, the game stops, but I mean, this is possible, I just didn't expect it to happen, because normally it doesn't. Yeah, I think you can load games from the hard disk drive. Alrighty. If I exit this, are we going to get that infamous "there is a problem with the disk you're using" message? Saving setting data. Indeed we are. There is a problem with the disk you're using. It may be dirty or damaged or no longer in the Xbox, as is the true case. Okay, this brings me to the next question, which is how do I go back to the dashboard? Or do you not? Do you have to press the off button and then turn it back on to get back to the dashboard? I guess I can do that. LR back and black. Okay, now I know. Back to green. Connect up my USB stick. And we should have a file explorer. Indeed we do. Look at this. We have C, D, E, F, J, X, Y, and Z drive. CPU is 55 degrees Celsius. It's hotter than your PC. You know, I've never had an Xbox overheat before. And I don't... 55 is probably fine. My PC actually runs at like 75 at full blast, because I just use the standard stock fan. Also, I don't know which of these drives is the... I guess J drive would make sense. Yeah, that's it. Quick upgrade. I can read the README. Wow. Is there a way to extract these fonts and like use them on a normal computer? Because I would love to be able to do that. I love these fonts. Oh, I'm accidentally deleting this. My bad. Wait. No. Back. Do not save changes. Probably already ripped. Yeah, I tried to find them, but I couldn't. Okay. Wait, maybe I should have read... Maybe we should have actually read the README. Transfer the prep folder to E. Alrighty. So this... How do I transfer something? Wait, hold on. Back. If I go here, Whoa, the thumbstick is sensitive. E. No. Use X to highlight something. Okay. Oh, I see. It's highlighted. Okay. E. And then use L and R to swap sides. So I'm in E. And now... Okay, I pressed white. And... Copy. An error occurred. Copy failed. That is a great error. Wait. The thing went away. Oh wait, no it didn't. Never mind. Okay. I copied Evo to J. Oh. Okay, hold on. So... Okay, hold on. Wait. Let's start over from scratch here. J quick upgrade. Copy. No. So this is weird. X selects, that seems weird. Okay. So I've selected quick upgrade. Copy. So it's going to copy 0 files in one folder. Okay. Do it. Okay, that didn't work. Oh wait, there's nothing here. That's strange. Oh yeah, it failed to recognize the drive. Okay. This calls for a removal, and there we go. Okay. I didn't know I had the JJA plus DIO Xbox MU2A not formatted drive. That sounds not good. Let me try it again. Let me breathe on it. Let me blow into it. I corrupted the drive. Well, that's great. The stream go down momentarily. Okay. I'm glad it's back. That's good. If you left in, or if you didn't see the past minute or so, my USB stick is apparently corrupted now. I don't know how this happened. It was working, and then it was not. Okay, leave the Explorer and then come back. It didn't help. Okay, hold on. I'm going to remove it entirely from the Xbox. And then File Explorer. There's nothing. Plug it in, and it's not formatted. This happens sometimes when I mess up something. That's great. Alrighty. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to... yeah, reboot. Alright, so now we can go back into the File Explorer. We'll plug it back in. And wait for it. J. Alright, we're good. It's not actually corrupted. Okay. Select. Start. Copy. Okay. Review unable to copy. Alrighty. I think that's because we didn't select the right drive here. So if I select that drive and then select this and then copy. There we go. We did it. I figured this out. Successfully copied. We did it. Alrighty. So now I can... Where's that README file? Let me read the README. So we've transferred it, so it should look like eprep default.xpe plus folders and other files. Run the default.xpe. Alrighty. I didn't do it right because it's now quick update prep. We can't have that. Hold on. Delete. Screwed it up. Scroogled it. Prep. Wait, hold on. Prep. Select. Copy. There we go. Okay, now we're actually doing it properly. Alrighty. So this should be eprep default.xp. Oh man, look at that. No more green. We did it. Oh man, now the LED is red. Which is somehow even scarier than orange, because it looks like my Xbox has now become possessed by the devil. Yeah, it's kind of cool that people went through all the trouble to keep this up to date. It's really nice. So, thank you for choosing the 2016 Softmodding tool. With this soft mod, the process is simple and pain-free. Press A. Okay. So, it does everything automatically for you. That's just nice. I own NTSC. So I might need to put the game back in. I can do that though. And now we wait. It said it was okay if you own the game, if you don't own the game. That is true. But I do own the game as of yesterday. Although it didn't come in the actual case, it's just the disc in one of the generic, clear, thin DVD cases. Yeah, I know it was to confirm what region you were from, but still. I like specified Splinter Cell, so. But I mean, I guess if you've made it this far, you've already done the part that requires the use of Splinter Cell, so. You don't need to put the disc back in. So that's the 2016 Softmod install, but now I need to restart the Xbox twice to clean up and initialize some stuff. Understood. Understood. Xbox. Xbox again. Microsoft logo is flashing there in the bottom. I don't like how it's flashing. I'm scared. Why is it flashing? Okay. Alright. Here we are. We are in with whatever give me the default skin. Hey, that looks better. I mean, the aspect ratio is still wonky, but we can fix that. Format widescreen. Do not enable. Do not enable. Save changes. Okay. Back. Back. And reboot. Reboot. How do I reboot? Can I go down from system? I can't. This must be a different version then. Because it used to have reboot, I thought. Settings, maybe. Okay, yes, indeed. Here it is. A soft restart or a full restart. Let's go for a soft restart. How about it? Yeah, that looks good. I didn't even save my skin. The default skin. Alrighty, that works, except there's a flashing white thing on the bottom, but that's fine, I guess. I'll just crop that. Nobody sees that. It's not actually doing that. There we go. Also, the aspect ratio is probably all wrong anyway, but that's okay. I think we're all good now. Go to settings. Alright. Yeah, now this isn't cut off. I can edit how big the viewing size is. I see. Wait. Hold on. 20 and then 480. There we go. So now I get full screen. Alrighty. I like it. You can auto launch a DVD. System. Can I change the LED color? Yes. Default off. I can make it no LED. That's interesting. Make it flashing green, orange, orange, red. I'll take green, please. Thank you. Save. Settings were saved successfully. And now it's green. And now I feel like my Xbox is fine again. Although I'm still slightly scared that Twitch is going to come by and say, ah, you can't stream that, except they won't actually say that, and they'll just kill my channel because they can. So now we are soft modded. We've done the deed. And now the question is putting the files onto... putting the DLC files, rather, onto the Xbox. So I want to try, as for the purposes of this stream, I want to try if I can get the Midtown Madness 3 DLC to work. So I'm going to download a zip that apparently will install it. If we hard restart, will it keep the skin set up? Let's find out together. Wait, no, settings is wrong. Miscellaneous is where the start up and shut down things are now. Full restart. I'm curious, does the icon flash orange or the LED? It does, indeed. And then it goes back to green. Alright. Does not save the skin, though. I wonder if that's under settings, live update. So I can check for updates. It's interesting. Date and time. Sure. Network stuff. System. I don't think it would be under system, but why is there a flickering line? I don't know. Go back to skins menu and press A twice on default. Okay. Oh, I see. Or I can press there we go. I think I saved it now. Start and A maybe. I've done like 3 different things. Download skins at all Xbox. Oh, no. How about this one? No. It's because I'm not connected to the internet. That would make sense. Come to think of it. AA save. So I think it's saved now. So now we can download the DLC installer zip file. This is not sketchy at all. No sketchy here. And I can indeed access the original dashboard from one of these options. What games do I have? No games. No homebrew. No emulators. I have this application though. Xbox Softmodding tool. Saves manager. This is where I can take a look at all my saved games. Yeah, here they are. Slightly sketchily cropped out. There's some weird transparency where I don't think there should be. Yeah, definitely not. Yeah, like that. Looks kind of ugly, but it's there. You can explore your files. Wow. Imagine that, exploring files. Miscellaneous. You can open the tray and close it. I have no internet connectivity at the moment on this Xbox, so I won't be doing any FTP server stuff. Let's take a look at the other skins, why not? No images, orange shapes. Okay. No images. Oh, that's interesting. Has no images. I like the default one. No images green is the skin you use. I think I'll stick with this one. Alrighty, so that thing downloaded. That's good. It's good when things download. Let me read the TXT. This is an easy to use all-in-one installer. This install should let you play on Xbox Live with the content without being banned. I don't think that's something I need to worry about anymore, guys. Simply copy to the hard drive and run default.exe. Alright. Or XBE, rather. Must have run Midtown -3 at least once prior to installation. I believe I have. Alrighty. Did you miss me breaking everything? Yes, you did, but then I fixed it, and we have this Xbox. Which now I'm going to copy more stuff onto. That's going to be cool. You can see this glorious message, which I'm not going to format that disk. So we're going to use Explorer. We're going to drag this DLC installer over here. I believe I have a complete save file of Midtown Madness 3 on here. So that'll be cool. I'll have all the cars. There we go. Drag that over there. Let me go ahead and get the game ready. Got the game. That was easy. If you've never played Midtown Madness 3, it's an arcade racing game that's really cool. Really fun. Kind of ahead of its time because you race around in open world cities. Midtown Madness 2 is probably like my favorite game of all time. And I actually, the only reason I got an original Xbox was so I could play Midtown Madness 3 because it was an Xbox exclusive. And then the game got delayed and I was sad. But then it came out and I was happy. What's that Twitch thing on the right side? That is a rain meter add-on. I forget the exact name of the specific add-on, but basically it's an add-on for rain meter that shows all the Twitch streams you're following that are currently live. So I'm actually inadvertently advertising 24 Twitch streamers at the moment. That's alright. Maybe at the end of this stream we'll raid one of them. Except I don't think any of them... I don't think most of them know who I am. I don't think most of them would care about me raiding them. Siglemic is live. Yeah, he's playing Melee. Looks like. For a whole 23 viewers. I almost have more viewers than Siglemic right now. It's amazing how times have changed. I'm moving up in the world. It's true, I've got a whole 17 viewers right now. Siglemic only has 23. You know, at this rate, I'll reach partner status by the time that the world blows up. Maybe. Maybe if I stream more often, more people will watch me. That would be cool. Because I don't stream often enough. 18, we're tied. Oh man, I have as many viewers as Siglemic. Awesome. I am now officially as popular as Siglemic. Where's my sub button, Twitch? Unfortunately, I don't think you can consistently only get 18 viewers and have a Twitch button these days. Twitch partner button. One of these days, years from now probably. I also probably need to stream games that more people have heard of and that also don't require me to say I'm playing games and demos because nobody looks at that game title. So instead it's kind of just like I'm streaming for the greater metropolitan Tim area. But that's alright. Yeah, it's weird that I have more people here for the stream where I messed around trying to get the mod working than I did when I actually played a game. Like, when I streamed Mario Maker the other day, or the other week, I got like half as many viewers as I currently have with, you know, we're watching this folder being injected in Windows that I'm going to put in my Xbox so I can play around with cars that I wasn't able to play around with earlier. And it'll be cool to look at like the mod or the DLC and like other games as well. PGR 2 and Rally Sport Challenge 2. That'll be cool Probably won't stream those because those probably won't be at all interesting. And I probably myself won't even look at them for more than like 5-10 minutes. Because, I mean, they were great games at the time, but I don't know. At some point, those games kind of don't age that well. Although I still like them personally. I think that is Hong Kong, Yakov. Maybe. I feel like most of the people who are new names have watched the stream at some point in the past. I think I recognize every name so far today. Man, this is not a fast process for injecting a 12 megabyte folder. Ah, you found the rain meter skin. Nice. It's a neat little skin, which I've had for years, actually. Had it on my old laptop, and it was one of the first things I put on my new computer when I made it a year ago. Actually, it's been a year and 3 months. Wow. It's been 15 months since I've made this computer. That is something. My supercomputer has become an ordinary computer now. You may have forgotten some, yeah. It's easy to forget people. I'm terrible with remembering people's names. Like people in real life where I look at their face and then have to associate that face with a name. I'm terrible at that, but I can remember usernames easily. Mods are fun, that's true. I don't know how late I'm going to stream tonight, but I might do a bit of modding or downloading some homebrew stuff on my own and then maybe streaming that at some point. You're at GPM stream, that's cool. I actually made, you may or may not know this, but I made the real-time repainter thing that he did, that he streamed a few times. Then I told him I was gonna do an update for it for him, and then I never did that, and I kind of feel bad about that, so I should get around to doing that eventually. Still copying stuff. What kind of update? He wanted me to make an update where you could just take a file that had pictures of stuff in the file. So like a pre-made file of stuff and then randomly load those pictures into the game. And based on what I've heard him mention, he might have gotten someone else to do that at this point, but I kind of want to do it anyway for myself. To add it to ClipArtBot. So I also want to add text to ClipArtBot where it says like the text of what someone said to make it generate that image. You need to get around to doing this to your 360s. Never modded a 360. Don't really have any intention of doing so. Just thought this is just something I kind of wanted to do for years so I could get the DLC for these games and whatnot. Maybe check out the full versions of Xbox Live Arcade games. Wish there was a way to force refresh dolphin textures. Yeah, you can kind of do it manually, but it's a pain. I've been noticing that it's injecting the same files over and over. Although that's actually, kind of think of it, it's probably the same file names for each of the different cars or tracks. Because it's like 14 cars and 40 tracks, I think. So this could be like these material sets and the licenses and that stuff. You know, that could be doing 40 of them. That would not surprise me at all. Or it could be the cars as well. I'm assuming that it is actually not just copying the same things over and over and over and over and over again. That would be bad if it was. FTP would be way faster. I don't have my Xbox hooked up to the, any sort of Ethernet though. So I don't think I can do that at the moment. Incidentally, I got 6 Ethernet cables today. We've been rewiring the whole network at the high school I work at. And we took out hundreds of old Cat 5 cables and replaced them with Cat 6 cables. So I took a few home, and now I have some Cat 5 cables just lying around. So if I ever need them, I have them. Although I probably won't ever need them. And also I finally got back my PS3 controller that I had taken there a month ago for a project that never worked out. Oh yeah, GIF is broken. I need to fix that as well. GIF's broke, and I don't know why. I do tech support at the high school I went to for a summer job, and also part-time during the school year. I am technically an independent contractor. So yeah, that's what I've been doing all this summer, basically. It's pretty fun. I've been enjoying it. You want to do IT, but no company wants you. Oh, that's a shame. I only got this job because one of my friends, who was also working there currently, couldn't do it one semester, so he recommended me, and I basically got the job immediately without, you know, the boss guy said, hey, you want this job? And I was like, okay, and then I got it. I didn't have to do any sort of interview or anything like that, which was nice. But he's not going to be working there again this upcoming semester, so I will be working there again this upcoming semester, as long as my schedule supports it, which I think it will. It'll be a bit of a wonky schedule, but it should work out, I guess. I think I might have kind of long days, but that's alright. They won't be more than 8 hours, though, so that's alright. Okay, it is copying different things, I think. Car 212, that is different. Okay. It is actually copying different things now. I guess it was the whole time then. Whoops. So apparently speed is Kiwis. Now you know. And race car is bicycle. Lots of bicycles. You know how you have like 1 horsepower. You know, each bicycle is 1 bicycle power. So if you combine a bunch of bicycles, you have many bicycle powers, and if you have enough of them, you have as much power as you do in a race car. So you know, you got Speed Kiwi, the race car bicycle. What else will ClipArtBot provide us with? Also, ButtSpot tried to, oh man. I just realized something. I have ButtSpot ignoring itself. If I didn't have ButtSpot ignoring itself, when it did Butt Race Car, it would actually buttify Race Car. So it would either be Butt Car or Race Butt, both of which are fantastic. Hey, it finished! Yay! Only took a year. Hey, we got it. Alrighty. So let's get back to our Xbox. Xboxa is a ridiculous way of pronouncing Xbox. Get up. Alrighty. Let's go to the File Explorer. Alrighty. Oh, that's lovely. The JJ box D box DQ Xbox MU2A not formatted. I'm gonna go with restart. Settings, whoops. MISC, restart, full restart. Whenever you restart, the Xbox makes a different sound and it scares me. Like, I think the hard drive loads up or something. It goes brrrr, and it, some reason, is really off-putting to me because I keep getting worried that the thing is breaking and going to explode. Also, I don't have any sound. Am I supposed to have sound here? Well, I don't. Oh well. File Explorer. There we go. Alrighty. Select. And then over here, select the E drive. Alrighty. Whoops. Screw that up. Select. Copy. Yes, copy those 625 files. Well, at least this isn't going to take so long. Yeah, I think there should be sound at the moment, but menu music, but that's alright. The game should have sound, hopefully. That would be really bad if it didn't. We got that nice clip art of a subwoofer. Actually, a stock image of a subwoofer. Subwoofer. That's how you say the word subwoofer. Yay, copied. Alrighty. So now in here, the E drive, we load up default.xpe. There's sound. Oh, yes! Oh, this is fantastic. It's like the old Xbox demos discs. I love this. Update installer. That's interesting. I didn't know there was an update. I love this. Yeah, getting those cars. Oh man. I guess launch the updater. Install the update. I guess I have to restart my Xbox now. There we go, it's a soft restart. Alrighty. We should have now all the DLC for this game. Oh, the light doesn't flash anymore when I press the open button on the Xbox. The LED light flashes when you open the tray, and it doesn't do that anymore. Maybe if I select the LED to default instead of green, it'll do the flashing. Oh, I have to launch the disc. Look at you making this harder for me than it usually is. Also, I'm not going to be able to play this very well with the delay. But yeah, Midtown Madness 3, great game. Oh, do I want to re-download the content now? I don't think that'll work. Yes? Can I re-download this content? I can't do that. Okay, I guess it's just gonna have to delete whatever didn't work. And we'll find out if all of it didn't work or if it's just some didn't work. Alright, this profile, I think I've unlocked everything on here. You can tell because it says I've completed 64 out of 10 checkpoints. So I use cheats. There are cheats you can do to unlock everything in this game, and this account has those. None of the new checkpoint races right here, which is a shame. I'll do a cruise in DC. None of it worked. There's nothing here. Well, I mean, there's stuff here, but it's not the DLC. Why did the DLC not work? That's a shame. May have had to install the update first. Alrighty. So, alrighty, go back. That's actually really nice. L and R and back in black, because it's like the size of the controllers. Alrighty. System File Explorer. Go back to E. Load up. I remember for some reason... Oh, I can't... Okay, it's already updated. So... Exit the installer, restart Xbox, go back and re-download or reinstall the individual DLCs. Alrighty. I got this. Figured out to a science. Which means it probably won't work, which is how science works. But yeah, this is great. I love this screen here. Alrighty. Yeah, what I was saying, I remember there being some weird problem with this DLC in particular, that people were having trouble getting it to work. But this seems like it works, so maybe it does. Or maybe it doesn't, I don't know. I guess get out of that. And launch the disk. I gotta, okay, launch it now that you've checked it. Game has loaded. Please work. Aww. DLC does lot cork. That's a shame. This is the game I was most looking forward to playing the DLC on as well. Oh well. Maybe this is a problem someone has had and knows about it. Midtown Madness 3 DLC does not work. I need help with this DLC. Also, the volume is really sensitive on my speakers for some reason. Guess because the game is kind of loud by default. Today I downloaded this DLC installer. FTP'd it. Yes, this is exactly the problem I have. Looks like this guy says it's only for the PAL version. Well, that's disappointing. Can I get an NTSC version? Doesn't look like it. This page has like a list of most of the things, but it doesn't have Midtown Madness 3. Oh man, there's IHRA Drag Racing 2004 DLC. Wow. Sure, I'll download the Project Gotham Racing 2. Oh god, it's 113 megabytes. I don't want to do that on stream. This Midtown Madness one was 13 megs. Can I force my Xbox to run PAL discs? But that won't help because this is the NTSC version. So I would have to acquire the PAL version of the game and then play that, and that seems like a lot of effort. Because like, even if I just downloaded the PAL version, you know, that's still like 4 gigabytes. And then you have to burn it to a disk. And it's not something I want to do on stream. Like, there's a certain amount of time you can waste on stream doing stuff, you know? Downloading something that's 13 megabytes onto a flash drive via the slowest process known to mankind, that's fine. You know, downloading a 4 gigabyte file, putting it onto a disk, like burning it onto a disk, having the disk spin in your drive, because that's how a disk works when you burn it. You know, it's not like physically setting it on fire or anything. That's where I draw the line, as in that it's too much for the stream. Although it's less about the stream and more about I don't want to do that, honestly. What else is there? Xbox Music Mixer DLC. I don't have that game. Don't have Unreal. I used to have Unreal Championship 2, which is DLC. This may work, says Veraster. Alright, I'll download it. Oh wait, I already downloaded this, didn't I? I downloaded this before. I remember it. I bet it's on my desktop. Let's find out if I was right. Probably next. Yes, right there. Look at that. I already downloaded it. Alrighty. 7-zip. Extract files. Go for it. No. I don't particularly want to open it with the Windows Store. So did that automatically extract it with the DLC, or with this one as well? 7-zip kind of confuses me. Do I need to extract this as well? I guess so. There we go, I did. I think it was the same size. I think it's the same size, so I guess it did extract all of it. Alrighty, read me. Sure. Limitations. Vehicle names don't show up in the menu because the names are set in the global language files. Shouldn't be a big problem since all cars have their unique ID number anyway. Alright. It's a shame you can't see the name though. But yeah, alright. So you have to merge the content of the shared data DVD and data HD directories with the pertinent game archives. Be sure to keep the original directory structure inside the new archives. Use WinZip. MM3 is very picky about the zip format usage. So do these have to be zips? I don't know. So these have to go, these have to be merged with okay, I know how this works. Is that they have to be merged with the files on the drive, I guess, that already exist. Alright. This might take literally forever because, you know, these are big files. You know, the other files were small files. These are big. We're gonna put them on. Drag, not that one. MM3-DLC. We're going to inject this. This could take a long time, or it might not take that long because the number of files isn't that big. Yeah, it seems I want to merge the game together and have a DLC merged MM3 game. Yep. Oh, this is gonna take forever. Like, it's gonna take forever and then some time beyond that. You know, this might take multiple forevers. Can't even do it on the Xbox itself. So does that mean I shouldn't be injecting this folder? Do I have to do something with these files? Can I open, can I... Okay, the desktop has stopped responding. That's great. This Explorer program takes over your whole computer. You can't even do anything on the desktop. Well, it goes. You cannot do anything that may or may not upset it. It wants me to merge them before upload. Okay, cancel. I hit cancel. It's not responding. That's great. Loving this. So what do I merge these files with? That's a question. Does this require to have an ISO of the game? And you have to merge these into the ISO? That's what's going on here. Reread the README. I will once this thing starts responding again. I'll kill it. If I can. And there you go. My desktop has returned to function. The offline DLC installer is now offline. Now, some gone. And somehow gone walkabouts from the internet. I've decided to release the DLC in merge form. To install the DLC in merge form, just replace the two zip files and the contents of the shared folder in the same location in the Midtown-3 directory on your Xbox's hard disk. Confused? I've made a video tutorial on my YouTube. Okay, would you like to provide a link to that video tutorial? Alrighty, hold on. Let's search for it on YouTube and hope it exists. Nothing on how to install DLC. Maybe if I say X1 gone. No, what if I remove the 10-3? Okay, here we go. Here is his channel, which has no content. Oh, great. So he's removed his video. Fantastic. Burnout 3 fails to load on soft-modded Xbox.
Now that all the work...
Why is this? Maybe the disc is bad. Who knows? Burnout Revenge works. This video made me T-stop all 5 Xboxes I have, and I only killed one of them. That fills me with confidence. Well, I don't want to keep you all waiting, and I feel like this is going to take some time to figure out. So why don't I... let's see, did the other things install? Yeah. Let's give... oh... I don't know, these probably wouldn't be as interesting to you, because I mean, like, with this DLC you can get to drive a garbage can. I mean, look at this. Look at that. I mean, that's cool, but, you know, the other DLC is just more cars and tracks, and if you never played the game before, you wouldn't recognize it as being at all interesting. Those 2 cars are in the main game. I don't know why they have pictures of those, but that one's not. That's DLC. All these are DLC. All those are DLC. That's DLC. TSOP is a hard mod. Don't need that anymore. I could try looking up Xbox Live Arcade, maybe? Xbox Live Arcade. Original. Download. Yeah, this thing. Which contains all the Xbox Live Arcade games. Go ahead and download that. Might take a few minutes. Yeah, that's many minutes. Oh, it looks like it's going to speed up a little bit, but that still might take a fair amount of time. Maybe it was never uploaded for NTSC. It looks like that's the case. Nobody ever made an NTSC mod that is FTPable. What's on stream? Did I show something bad on stream? Did I show myself downloading this thing? I'm sure it has nothing to do with the offline Xbox Live Arcade installers. I didn't actually download it. You know, when I pressed the download file button, nothing happened. That's not downloading. Ooh. Yeah, also, it's kind of like abandonware at this point, I guess. I mean, technically it would have to be abandonware because you cannot officially acquire any of the original Xbox Live Arcade games anymore. So I mean, I would argue that these games are abandonware at this point. Of course, abandonware as a concept is very much an illegal gray area, because it's basically saying, well, technically we're not allowed to download these games, but nobody is going to be able to stop you from downloading them, so technically you can download them. It'd be like you download the PSO trial installer, yeah. Or trail, or trial, whatever one it was supposed to be, I don't know. I remember when I downloaded Yaris for the 360, because, if you don't remember Yaris, it was a 360 game, came out like in 08 or something, maybe 07, and it was terrible. It was just an advertisement for the new Toyota Yaris, and it was a terrible game, but I wanted to play it because it was free. So I downloaded it and burned it onto a disc and played it, and it worked, and it was fine, but I was still slightly scared that I was going to get banned. Because I downloaded a game unofficially, but because the game was free, no one cared. Still 9 minutes left on this download, and I feel like it's going to take more than 9 minutes. The Xbox 360 can detect burned original Xbox games. Does that mean it can play them, or does it detect that they've been burned and won't play them? And also, the 360 only plays about half of the Xbox games that exist, which is kind of annoying. And it plays a lot of them rather badly. So oftentimes a lot of slowdown and stuff. Sometimes things don't work. I always crash when you go into the demos menus, which is sad. I always like the older original Xbox games, as they would often include like demos for other games on the disc, and I thought that was the coolest thing. It will play them if you have a way to hot swap the discs, otherwise it says files corrupt. Ah, I see. 7 minutes left. Honestly, of all these Xbox Live Arcade games, I kind of only want to play Marble Blast. This is a game I always forget came out on Xbox, because everyone always only plays the PC version. And there's actually at least 4 different versions of the same game, believe it or not. There's Marble Blast / Marble Blast Gold, which I think is the same game. Then there's Marble Blaster, which is the same game, released by E-Games, on a budget thing where it's missing half of the hard levels for some inexplicable reason. Then there's like there's some other version of the game that runs on like this weird educational software console that has updated graphics and is not as good. And then there's the Xbox version that nobody seems to remember. It's fluctuating between 6 and 7 minutes at the moment, currently 7. Well, I guess... Oh, wait. I can show you a bit of the game played with not DLC. Can I get some de-interlacing on this? Sure can. Marble Blast XP, that is it. For the NetJet. That's the game I was thinking of. The not XP version is better. Sure, I'll drive a Corvette. Probably won't be driving very well because capture card has a bit of a delay to it. NetJet is like a weird, always online educational thing that came out in like '07 and then died a few years later. I have Marble Blast Ultra as well. That's a fun game.
Enjoy your cruise. You deserve it.
I mean, I get to enjoy this cruise. So we have this camera view, which is kind of too far away. We have... Let's reset. What's the camera view button? Okay, I found it. Then we have this camera view, which is kind of too close. There's like too close and too far. And then you have this view, which is alright, and this view, which is also alright. So, I mean, the game should be running at, I think it runs at solid 60. Actually, memory searching right, it might be 30. Might run at 30 FPS. But regardless, it runs at a solid frame rate. Maybe it looks different on stream. Frame rate looks fine for me. Does this game have System Link? I believe it does. Actually, I can look at the box, because the boxes always tell you if they have System Link. This game does have System Link for 1 to 8 players. There are ways to actually play games that have System Link online with other people. I think you can use a thing called... I forgot the name of it, but there's a thing that you can do. And it, like, makes LAN connections think they're online. Something like that, and it's really cool. Yeah, X-Link Kai, I think it's called. Something like that. Yeah, X-Link Kai. And you can use that to play Xbox games online if they support System Link. Never actually done it before, though. I feel like not many people are playing this game online right now, considering how difficult it is to actually do that. But at least the update to this game works. I have no idea what it updated, but I guess it updated some stuff. Some routers can do X-Link now, that's interesting. Cannot make this loop for the life of me. I don't know what happened there. So wait, if they do X-Link, is that like by default? Does that mean you can just plug the Xbox into the router and it works? And you can play LAN online? Because if that's true, that would be super cool. So back then was a hub connecting your PC and the Xbox to the router, and because there was that hub that worked. So you really can do that. That's actually really cool. Or you can just connect, connect the Xbox to your PC. Unfortunately, my router is on the other side of the house, so have to have a mighty long Ethernet cable to get it to go into the router. So it'd probably be easier for me to just plug it into the PC. Yeah, I guess I could just plug the Xbox into the Ethernet port on my PC, and then my PC is connected via Wi-Fi. Damage modeling is pretty good in this game for it, considering how old it is. It's a 2003 game. 36 seconds left on the Xbox Live Arcade download, and then it's got to copy over to the flash drive. Nine seconds. Also, that guy's carrying an Xbox. It's pretty neat. Yeah, he has an Xbox. Gonna take it home and he's gonna soft mod it, just like I did. And play Midtown Madness 3 and then be upset when the DLC doesn't work. It downloaded. Let me go ahead and get it go. Oh, it's an ISO. Okay, I was not expecting that. It's an X-ISO with an installer and launcher. So does that mean I can burn it to a disk and it'll work? Or does that mean it's going to be a pain to get working? I guess burning it to a disc will work. I guess the DVD will work. I guess I'm going to do this. Might as well. What is wild? What is this? This is a CDR. That should work. This is 620 megabytes. So that should fit in the CD. Alrighty, I will load up image burn. I'll let you see this. Might as well. Come on, load up the thing, load up the thing, thank you. Image burn. Write image to disk, there we go. Please select file. I want this one. Yeah, I have a this. I don't think this writes Blu-rays. I think it reads Blu-rays and writes DVDs and CDs. Because it's only like a $50 drive, I think. I also don't think I've ever put a Blu-ray in this drive before. Hey, good news! Flare RDB just got online on Twitch. I do have a Dreamcast. It's kind of sketchy though because the disc door, Dreamcast can't figure out when that disc door is closed or not. So randomly when you're playing a game, the game would just stop because it thinks the disc drive opened when it didn't. So I had to take the lever that tells you when the disk drive is closed or not. So it thinks that it's always closed even when it's open now, which is a better alternative to thinking it's open when it's closed. It means you have to turn it off whenever you want to switch disks, which probably won't help the life expectancy of the Dreamcast. Although, you can't really play games at all otherwise. I will tell you a funny story to spare. One time, there was a person who was so ugly that everyone died. The end. How to be a good girlfriend. Aw, man. I want to know how to be a good girlfriend. This is how you be a good girlfriend, people. You know, you be a painter. Don't be one of those metal robot winding up toys. Be open. Talk about having a demented baby. Be honest. Talk with your hands. Speak your mind. She is literally uttering the words your mind right now. Be yourself, alright. Be supportive. Support the Power Rangers playing hockey. Learn to work as a team. Yes. You can high-five each other if you try hard enough. compliment them more than you criticize them. Is this how we compliment people? Just hold on to them. Alright. Uh-oh. This drive opened and then closed because there is a thing blocking it. No, there's another thing blocking it. Piece of hair in my mouth. I need a haircut. Haven't gotten one in multiple months at this point. Okay. Anywho, we got to find out what else we have to do. Learn to compromise. Give each other space, at least 1 foot, arguably. Be loving. Kiss them on the cheek all the time. Be seductive. Give them gifts. The gift of guitars and hearts coming out of your mouth. Don't get jealous. Okay. It was not verifying the disk. There was literally a cord in the way after this drive opening, so it hit the cord and then it went back in. Alrighty, let's remove the disk. Game is still actually playable. Oh no, it's not. Game has frozen now that there's no disk in the machine. It's actually completely frozen. I cannot get out, which I should have remembered to do. That was my mistake. Turn it off, and then turn it on, and then put our Xbox Live Arcade disc in, and then close it. Yeah, it actually crashed instead of displaying the, there's a problem with your disk you're using error. I don't know if they coded error handles for removing the disc for Xbox games, or at least Xbox exclusives, because you're not supposed to be... Well, whenever you remove the disc, it automatically goes back to the Xbox dashboard normally, if you're not soft-locked. Soft-modded, rather. So, they didn't have to do that, but they do all have error handles for when they can't read the disc. And I thought it would have thrown that because the Sonic game threw that. Launch disk. It says there's nothing in here, which is a lie. I have a disk in here. Closing. Okay. Read the disk. Checking. Game. Alrighty. Let's go. Let's do this. Oh man, this is not what I remember the arcade looking like. So you can launch the arcade, or you can, what's this? I guess downloading the individual games. Oh, you have to download the keys to get the full versions. Alrighty. What is social sports? Bank shot billiards. Okay. Could have just thrown that in another category. Could have thrown that in almost any of these categories, really. But I want Marble Blast. Oh, I need the key first, I guess. Oh wait, I already have these. That's why. Okay. But I want Hamster Ball. Except did it crash? I wanted Hamster Ball, and now it's frozen. And I cannot get out of here. LR back black does not work. Oh, there we go. Okay. It did copy. This looks like it wasn't going to. So I can copy all of this. And all these games that I now have. Like orbs. We now have orbs. I don't know anything about orbs. It actually looks kind of cool though, whatever it is. Yeah, we have Ricochet here, which is like it's like Arkanoid. Oh man, Bejeweled. I need my Bejeweled. I need my Bookworm as well. Dangerous Minds. I have no idea what that is, but that's a person. Nice elf. Pipeline. Looks not interesting, but I'll download it anyway. Super Collapse 2. This is actually kind of a fun game. Zuma. That's neat. I downloaded those. Retro Classics. I don't have any of these. Yeah, I think Pipeline's like you make the pipe go where it needs to go. That type of game. I gave a fantastic description for that. How big can Gauntlet be? The answer is about that big. I'll get my key. Joust. I already have multiple versions of Joust, but sure, I'll have another one. Yes, I like Zuma. That's a fun game. I guess that would actually that would probably translate better to a console than a game like Bejeweled, because you can use the thumbstick to aim. So you could probably play that just as quickly as you could with the keyboard and mouse, whereas with Bejeweled, that's not true. So what does Namco Vintage include? Dig Dug, Galaga, and Pole Position. That's interesting. No Pac-Man, though. But that's pretty cool that that exists. Didn't actually know about that on the original Xbox Live Arcade. So I know they had Namco Museum, where it's like 10 games on the Xbox, and I used to have that, but then I traded it in when I got the 360 version. But yeah, Dig Dug is a great game. In fact, all of those are pretty good. Smash TV. People really like this game. I don't remember much about it, except I think I played through the whole game with my dad once. And the only thing I remember about it is that the boss, the final boss, when he pops in, he goes away immediately, and you lose immediately unless you shoot at him right at the start. I learned that the hard way. I'll take my bank shot billiards key, please. And that should be all the games now. I should own the entire arcade. So I might do a more in-depth stream on some of these games later. I don't know. It depends on what they look like. You know, I can't see me streaming Hardware Solitaire for hours, but you know, some of these might be interesting. Gotta take a look at these videos. Xbox Live. Arcade. Loading. That was a quick load. I like how they have all these categories made when it's just 27 games. Like, you didn't really need these categories, but sure. No strategy and sim game was ever made for the Xbox Live Arcade. They literally made a category and it was never used. It's kind of sad, really. Big Shot Billiards. Look at all these puzzle and word games, card and board. Action and arcade. Retro classics. Oh, we have Miss Pac-Man. How do we have Miss Pac-Man? I guess that is pre-installed, maybe? No new releases. Here are the games I have. Let's play Marble Blast. I am not signed in, and I will never be signed in because I am not online. But yeah, indeed, we have every level here. Nice. It is not in demo mode because I wouldn't be able to see all these levels if it was still in demo mode. So yeah, PC version of this game is the definitive one, definitely, because it's more moddable, but it's certainly neat that this version exists. Doesn't seem to be running particularly well, but that might be the way I'm capturing it. This is definitely a game that ran at 60 FPS, so perhaps seeing it run at 30 is a bit weird. Yeah, it's a game where you roll balls around, and I'm not really doing it justice right now. Combination of lag and 30 FPS. Not doing justice to this game. There we go. You can skip most of this level. Oops, I messed that up. Gotta wait for the power-up to respawn. There we go. Don't even need that other super jump. I am not signed in, so I'll play offline. This game probably actually had inspiration from Super Monkey Ball because it came out after Monkey Ball. Monkey Ball came out in 01, I think, and this game first came out in 03, maybe? 03, 04. This version was probably 05. Yeah, that's Mercury Revolution or something like that, I think, Cathador. I remember what you're talking about. Never played it, but it looked cool. Mercury Meltdown Revolution, that was it. So, I actually don't think I've ever asked this, or maybe I did and no one responded, but a few streams ago I changed my stream layout so now it has this like yellow background. What do you think of it? Do you like it? Do you want me to change it? Should I consider just making the game full screen? Or do you like this layout but you want the background to be different or whatever? I don't know. Questions I've been meaning to ask and haven't been asking. Come on, make the jump. That was not making the jump. Clip art bot's art is too small. Yeah, that's the problem with trying to make the game as large as possible. It's hard to see clip art bot, but I know what you mean. Because, like, you're not seeing it in all of its glory. You're not getting every single pixel available. I don't really know what I can do about that, because I don't want it to overlap with the game. One of my big things about this layout was that I wanted all of the game to be visible at all times. Didn't really want anything overlapping with the game, so... It says it's fine, but I personally prefer full screen when 16:9 games. Yeah, I understand that sentiment. I kind of do too, but... I don't know, the thing with my stream is that clip art bot kind of makes it a pain, because if I have that up, then you know that I don't really like that overlapping with the games that much. And part of this has to do with the idea of me or someone else making like stream highlights of this and then like cropping out the edges, so then you'd have just the game for like a YouTube video or something. But that would require me making a highlight video of my own stream, and I probably won't do that because I don't like listening to my own voice. I'm having trouble with this level. Can you tell? Let me try a different one. Let me do a difficulty 9 level. Or no, let's do, yeah, 9 is not the highest difficulty. 11 is. I don't think this level is actually too hard. I think Shimmy was harder than level 6 personally, if this is a level 9 level. Also, I remember this level a lot better than I do Shimmy. Oops, messed that up. I do believe that is Sans. If I had to guess, I would say that is Sans. In fact, I probably don't even have to guess, because I'm probably right about that at least. I'm not right about everything. There we go. I don't know if this is the most interesting game in the world to watch, but you're watching it anyway. Brilliant job! Jumped right through him. Could not have done that any better if I tried. Whoops. You're still hitting the random WikiHow button. I am sorry, Brian. It's too late to stop you. You're too far gone. There we go. Remember, this level will be kind of easy in Marble Blast Ultra, but levels are easier in that in general because you have the blast power up always, which you don't have in this game. I did it again! I'm fed up with this level now. Let me try a different level 9 level. extreme skiing. There's no art on DeviantArt about Tinstelia, and that is a shame. Someone should make something. Do spiritual warfare. That sounds... Look at that save! That was a save. That was not a save. Yeah, this is a really fun game. Yeah, that is a save right there. I'm gonna unsave it. Yeah, there we go. Unsaved. Alrighty, last attempt on this level. Oh, okay. Actual last attempt on this level now. This is kind of hard to play with the lag. Well, one more level. Okay, I know this level. This level is great because you can skip all of it. There, I just skipped like 80% of the level. And finish! Didn't even get the gold time though, because the gold time knows about that skip. What is the difficulty? 11 level. I can show it to you. Level 94, Schadenfreude. This is also the hardest level in Marble Blast Ultra, incidentally. However, that game has checkpoints. This game does not. That's another thing that makes Marble Blast Ultra easier. Also, one thing is that some levels have gems, and you have to get all the gems in order to beat the level. Get a gem up here. Whoops. See, it's just a super jump. Is there a gem up there? No, that's the finish. Never mind. Let's see, here's why it's hardest level. So you have these things that you have to go around. You have to, like... You have to go through the side there, collect the gems, and go out the other side. Or you can kind of cheat and use the super jump to just bounce onto the center and then bounce to the other side. Got a gravity modifier here. Let me try to cheat this gem. You know, to what extent you can cheat in this game. I feel like right stick is one of the axes need to be reversed, although I'm not sure which one it is. I think up and down need to be reversed for optimal playability. Yeah, there you go. That was kind of it, but not really. I don't want to spend half an hour grinding that. Let me take a look at another level. Or another game, rather. Let's play... I want to play the Namco Village. I don't know why. I just want to play a bit of Dig Dug. Options. What options do we have? Those are some great options. Let's play Dig Dug. Here we have some options. Screen size. Settings. You can change how the game works. You can make it easier or harder. I'll do the normal settings for now. One player. Oh yeah, I forgot you're actually supposed to use these rocks and crush the guys to get points. I'm about to crush myself, which I didn't. I never play this game strategically, I just killed the guys. And then I died. So I didn't play it strategically enough. This guy's gonna try to escape. We can't allow that. Got him! I'll get him this time. No! He went towards me again. Nope. Do not escape. Boo. Yeah, I remember in Namco Museum they had a remaster version of Dig Dug called Dig Dug Arrangement, and I actually played that to completion multiple times. It's a fun game. Oops. And yeah, these Namco arcade games from the 80s are all really fun. Round 4. That was kind of close. Remember this Pac-Man, Pole Position, and Galaga being on an arcade pack for Windows 95, 98 at school back then. Yeah, Namco has released like those 4 games specifically a million different times. No, quit. Return to main menu, please. I want to play Pole Position. I don't remember how to play this game. But I do like the... Oh, we're going, okay. That was gonna do a, like a da-da-da-da, but it just went duh. You know, this is really impressive back in the day. I mean, I was not alive back in this day, but it was impressive when this game came out. I need to shift. How do I go high? No, I don't want to sign in. Triggers. Okay, right trigger shifts into high gear. I'm going to qualify last, if I qualify at all. Probably not with this driving, I won't. I think eventually you're supposed to see cars in qualifying. Yeah, there we go. See a car right at the end. I qualified 90th. I did it. And how do I continue? There, I did it. So did I lose? Yes. I failed to qualify. Okay, one more time to qualify. Don't know why it started me in high gear, but whatever. There we go. We're playing. This is hard with the lag. You already see another car. That's impressive. And then they crash into it and explode. Good job, me. Why do you not go faster when I shift into high? It sticks for a while. Go on, hit the finish line. Made it! Barely. Or maybe I didn't make it. Do we go to the race now? No. Oh, I didn't make it then. I lost. Oh well. And then there's Galaga. This is a game where you shoot guys. All the little opening themes in the early Namco games are great. Oops. Died to the very first bullet shot. Great job, me. I wonder if you can mod Xbox games and change the music and the texture. I mean, maybe. Whoops. It would certainly be cool if you could. Get the guys. You want to replace sounds with high quality rips. Whoops. Game over. You know, there's a lot of modded PS2 games, because like Joel from Vinesauce played a lot of GTA mods on the PS2. Those were really weird. Returning to Xbox Live Arcade menu. Okay. I want to try Think Tanks. So I remember this game vaguely being kind of interesting. Made by Garage Games, same people who made Marble Blast. So you can be, let's see, light, medium, heavy, and then there's skull variations of each. UFO is locked. Let's go with medium, I guess. Quick play. So let's see, A and X in both triggers fire. B is scores, Y is respawn. Right stick is A. GTA 4 mods can run on 360. That's interesting. Didn't know that. So is this free for all? I guess so. Are these tanks thinking? I guess you have to mash the buttons. Can't hold them forever. You can hold the button and it shoots a few things, but it doesn't shoot but so many things. I need a health power up. It's an interesting way of saying your health is low. I'm gonna shoot you. I got killed. It's an interesting little game. I can go through the thing and nothing happened. Oh, I reloaded my ammo, so something did happen. Never mind. What's this, health power up? No, it's a boost pad! No, I've been boosted. I didn't want to be boosted. Can mash both triggers to shoot really fast. Think you're gonna go to bed? Good night. Yeah, good night. Thanks for stopping by, Link. I think I'm gonna be done soon too. I eliminated a bot. Can I eliminate Tom? I eliminated Tom. There's Tom again. I want to eliminate Tom again. Eliminate Tom again. Poor Tom. I don't think the bots are very good at this game. I'm gonna be honest. How do we get a health power up? Oh, I died. I am winning 4 points. Options. Those are some options. Turn to arcade menu. Yeah, it was a 10-minute match or something. Kind of unnecessarily long, I would say. Let's end with some Super Collapse. It's a fun little game. I like how half of these arcade games seem to be made by Oberon Media. I like puzzles, I think. This is what I remember it being. Where it's like you have to figure out how to break this up. I think I screwed it up. I did it. Let's see. There we go. I completed it. Green comes in last, apparently. I've screwed up already. No. Restart. How do I restart? You don't restart. You keep going until you lose. Which is now... Oh, I won. Never mind. Good job, me. Clown face. Oh, this one looks like you have to try to lose. But I guess the goal is to beat it with as few things as possible. Bam! Oh, I have lost. Great. Good job, me. Trying to do things fancily, and I lose. When I could just play it super safe and just pick them up like this. Separated by the center. This looks like something where they just threw some things together and said, sure, go for it. Why not? And I lost. So yeah, puzzles of the puzzling type. And I've lost again. I don't care. I'm done. I need to go to bed. So I have to be up in 7 hours. So I should do that. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for watching. And I'm glad that nothing bad happened to the stream. That apparently Twitch does not care if you soft mod an Xbox, which is good. Because I soft modded an Xbox. Anywho, I'll stream again sometime soon. Probably not tomorrow, but at some point in the near future. Don't know what I'll stream though. But it will be something. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe it'll be as much of a thing as this was a thing, which is to say not much. But I'll probably mess around some on my own with Xbox DLC stuff and report back on how things have gone. Maybe. I don't know. Anywho, thank you all again for watching and hope you all have a good night.